On May 27, 2022, Colt Firearms, on their own YouTube channel, unveiled the King Cobra Target 22. Now, as I'm making this video, it is September 14, 2023. So over a year later, I finally tracked down a Colt King Cobra Target 22 for a decent price. MSRP on these is $999, and I actually paid below MSRP, so I'm happy about that. All right, this is just going to be a little tabletop overview. I promise a longer, more detailed video later on. I literally just got this gun today, well, tonight, so there was really no time for me to get to the range. So I'll try to get that done this week because I really want to shoot this thing. Anywho, initial impressions. Keep in mind, my initial impressions might change here because obviously I'm just really excited that I actually have one of these. The polish is really nice. It's got that, I call it a semi-polish because it's not quite a mirror polish. It's kind of getting there, you know. It will throw reflections, so this is polished more than the Smith & Wesson Semi-Bright, which itself is a nice finish. Don't get me wrong, I'm not trashing it, but I do like this semi-polish, not quite a mirror, you know, more kind of like a dull mirror. Anyway, it looks nice, in my opinion, anyway. But the high polish of the frame, the cylinder, and the barrel kind of makes the fact that the trigger and the hammer are unpolished kind of stick out a bit more. Yeah, it's kind of weird. The trigger and the hammer are not polished, at least not on mine. For those of you who own this gun, chime in. Are your triggers and hammers polished? Mine are not. Was this, you know, was this an oversight, or do all of the King Cobra 22s have unpolished triggers and hammers? The hammer is also a slab side. See that? It doesn't have like an enlarged shape here. The hammer spur is not enlarged. It's just a slab. It's just, you know, it's just flat on the sides. Not horrible, but it's one of those. You know, it looks like a cost-cutting hammer. I mean, I get it, right? Every company likes to cut costs, but in this case, it's like, well, it's still a $1,000 gun, $1,000 MSRP, and you're gonna give me a slab side hammer? Kind of weird. Slab side matte finish hammer? Maybe Colt could have, I don't know, shaved a few more bucks off this thing. The rear sight. Yeah. It's click adjustable for elevation and once again, weird adjustable for windage. See that? Right there. It's got the set screw that secures that rear blade. So if you want to move that blade around, you gotta loosen that set screw and then make your adjustment and then tighten that set screw back down. What the heck is going on there, Colt? Do you not realize that the Ruger Super Wrangler, seen by many as a budget gun, has a better adjustable rear sight than you do on your highfalutin King Cobra Target 22? Come on, Colt. You need to put better sights on these. That's better adjustable rear sights. Now, on the good side, first let's do the safety check. The little safety disc is on, so you know it's not loaded. The front sight is a fiber optic. I know not everybody likes fiber optics, but I do. I consider this a nice upgrade. I like that. So good job, Colt, on putting a really nice front sight. But, oh man, it's kind of counterbalanced by the weird rear sight. Now, let's do the wibble wobble test. Guess what? That is a tight fitting rear sight. So the rear sight assembly is tight in that pocket. I'm not going to say good job, Colt, because you know what? That is what is expected, okay? So for those of you wondering, did Colt get the rear sight fitness right? Well, at least on my gun, it's done right. For those of you who own this gun, chime in the comments. Is your rear sight assembly tight in that pocket? Again, on mine it is. And I'm not going to give Colt points for that. You know, you don't get points for, you know, putting on your pants. You're kind of just expected to, you know, not walk around with your pants down. Anyway, what else can I jibber jabber about? Rubber grip, it's comfortable. Ugly. I really don't think it does this gun any justice, but, you know, it is comfortable. I'm hoping Altamont makes a more, I hope they'll make a more squared off wooden grip available in the future. I just want something that looks like the stock Python wood grip. I think that would look really nice on this gun. The shape of the trigger guard is polarizing. It does almost look like somebody took a hammer and like pounded it here and bent it out of shape. I'm kind of over it, you know. Yeah, I still notice it, but yeah, it doesn't bother me as much as it used to. It's like, whatever. It's, you know, it's the King Cobra trigger guard, whatever. Nice marking there. I like the King Cobra lettering and the logo, so that looks pretty cool. Of course, like with all Colts, you pull back to release the cylinder. Cylinder release is nice and smooth, no hiccups there. Okay, so this little disc should function as a snap cap, but I'm not going to dry fire it too much. Now remember, I just pulled this out of the box, so I don't know, maybe it just needs a little oil. The reset does feel a bit gritty. I mean, you can probably hear it. I don't know if the mic is able to pick that up, but hear that? let me move it closer to the mic. I have a lapel mic, so you're not gonna be able to see it, but maybe you can hear it a bit better. Click, here comes the reset. Hear that? And again, here comes the reset. I don't know. You can feel it too. It's not horrible, don't get me wrong. It doesn't feel like there's sand in there. It's not that level of grittiness, but it's not the Python. Now, I guess there's another thing I should point out. If you're gonna buy this gun thinking you're getting a miniature Python, get that out of your head, okay? This was never meant to be a miniature Python. You want the Python, you want the Python trigger, the Python action, the Python feel, you're gonna have to buy the Python, okay? That's just it. Don't buy this thinking, oh, I'll get a Python, but in 22 and cheaper. No, the lock work is different. The trigger is different, okay? That's just reality, folks, okay? You want the Python, get the Python. Don't buy this thinking, you know, this is some life hack of getting a Python for cheaper and in 22. It is not the Python, it is the King Cobra. Now, that being said, the trigger is not horrible, okay? I just want to make that clear. The trigger is not horrible. But it's not the Python, okay? And again, it doesn't make it a bad thing. Just recognize it's a King Cobra, not a Python. So anyway, I'll drop some oil in this thing when I'm actually going to go to the range to shoot it. I'll see if that grittiness goes away. I'll see how I feel about the trigger changes. It's not terrible, okay? I just want to make that clear. It's not a bad trigger. Let's check out single action. Oh, you really got to pull that hammer all the way back. All right, let's check it out. Whoa! You know what? I like that. I was expecting that trigger to be heavier. You know, the Colt Python is beautiful, and double action, but it's actually somewhat heavy compared to the Smith & Wessons and single action. But this single action on the King Cobra 22, oh, that's actually not bad. Ooh, dare I say, it's lighter than the Python. Don't know. That's what it feels like to me right now. I don't have my Python here, but I'll bring it out for you know, in a later video. I gained an accent somehow. Anyway, yeah, I'll compare it to the Python trigger in a later video. So initial impressions, yeah, double action could be better, you know, especially considering the price of this gun. But it's not horrible, okay? It's not horrible. Single action, that actually feels really nice. That's actually surprisingly good. I like that. All right, what else can I? Oh yeah, the pseudo unboxing. So yep, I already took out the little silver tag that hangs off the trigger guard. Also comes with the little warning tag. Hey, this is how you do it. Okay, Ruger, quit writing on your guns. Quit writing the warnings on your guns. Just put it on a little tab, on a little piece of paper, and tie it to your revolver. See, this is how you do it. Came with some paperwork, you know, join the NRA, gun lock that nobody uses, plastic baggie that the gun was in, of course, the instruction manual. What else? No packet of Lucas gun oil. I don't know if they're still doing that. Maybe they are, but they just forgot to include it here. That's happened before. I own 2 Anacondas. One Conda came with the packet of Lucas, the other Conda didn't. So, you know, who knows? Are they still putting Lucas here, but they just forgot to put it in mine, or did they stop doing that? I don't know. I didn't get one, but I'm not heartbroken over it. But all right, I think I've rambled on enough for this initial video. But yeah, I'll be taking this to the range. I'll take this. I'll take the Python, and I'll take the Smith & Wesson 617 with me, and make a video, update you on what I think of this gun. And you know, the first wave of these reportedly had some problems. I'll see if those problems show up. All right. Hey, thanks for tuning in. Tune in next time for, you know, range time with the King Cobra Target 22.